So I'm looking through my YouTube videos for the past couple of months, and I've gone back to like December, and I feel like this is the only time I've talked about intention setting. And that can't be right, can y'all? Because I literally did a whole workshop in April. March. It was in March. Did I not talk about it? Oh my gosh. So it's June. It's June. It's June. Let's do an intention check-in. Grab your pencil. Grab your paper. Let's get into it. Okay, guys. If you are new here, I am PM Kester. I am the creator of How to Take a Break. What is How to Take a Break? How to Take a Break was a podcast, is a YouTube channel. It's an Instagram hashtag. It's me. I am PM Kester, the break taking strategist. And How to Take a Break is not just about rest, it's about setting aside the time to do the things that you want to do. And this could be focusing on your career. This could be focusing on your health. This could be prioritizing yourself. It encompasses so many things. And this is why I always end every video with find a little time to take a break, because it's so important. And so today I'm talking about intention setting. And it's really not even, I hope not a deep dive, but I'm probably going to ramble. It's a check-in. So if you looked at what I'm assuming is maybe my December video, did not mean to intentionally go in slow motion there. I have a video, I'll link it, 5 nice things I did for myself, intention setting, self-care, holidays. It had to be December, right? Right. And that would have been me saying what my intention for 2026 is. It's boldly. And the 3 categories that I concentrate on, and how my intention falls in those categories. If you have the 30-day intention setting journal, also linked in my description box. I set an intention for the year, boldly, for 2026. And then I think about how that intention, how I'm going to achieve that intention under 3 categories, which is career, money, relationships. Because I feel when I look back over like my journal entries and like life lessons at the end of every year, all of my stuff always seems to fall under one of those 3 categories. You can categorize your stuff howsoever, but I feel like mostly everyone's stuff goes under those 3 main categories: relationships, money, career. And so for my year of living boldly, embracing boldness, I wanted to make some bold moves with my money. I wanted to be bolder and walk boldly in my career and in my relationships. Be more bold on how I approach relationships, maybe finding a relationship, speaking up relationships with intimate partnership, but really with friends and family. Saying the things more out loud and not letting things sit on my chest. So that's a little synopsis on how I started the year. Where are we in June? Well, the big thing is last month I turned 45. So in May I turned 45, which really had me looking at my intentions. And I'm going to actually be honest. If you look at my birthday video from last year, I had a whole bunch of stuff that happened last year when I turned 44. Like literally within a 2-week period, I was turning in my notice for my townhome to move to an apartment. I was selling my old car, buying a new car, which was like an EV, which was super crazy. Um, and stepping in to a new temporary role at my job, like a big role, a role that I had actually written down in my journal under like my intention for like the following year. I wrote that role down. I said that that was going to be my role and manifested it, stepped into that role. So all of that stuff happened to me at 44. And so this year at 45, I'm going to be honest, I was walking in expectation. I was waiting for all of the stuff to happen. And it did not. It did not. It did not happen. Also look at the 5 nice things I did for myself in May. May turned out to be like a big self-care month for me, but also a month of a lot of reflection. And I have something. I didn't want to go through what I usually do when I do these intention videos. I usually go through like a list of stuff and I check off stuff under each intention. But this time I went through my journal because my journal is, of course, I do my intention setting journal. So I have that. But then I also do nightly gratitude. So 3 things I'm grateful for each day. And I script. So I write things as if they've already happened. And then, sometimes I break if I feel called to write. Like today is a day that I just kept feeling pulled to journal. So I have some days like that where I'm just filling out stuff and it's like me writing down stuff I want to manifest. I don't know, talking to God, just putting words out there. And so I wrote this down around my birthday. Surrender and let it come to you. The new job, the new apartment, the man, the money, the opportunities. Surrender and let it come to you. And the more I look back on my journal entries for May, the more I feel like that's what May was. I didn't get I was walking in expectations, and I really truly was. And I was waking up. I got to a point at the end of May where I was waking up in the morning and I was like, I'm expecting great things to happen to me today. And I kept saying it. But the biggest difference with May is that I was really embracing consistency with my self-care. And that's why I love keeping a journal and reading it back, because going back and seeing that I wrote surrender and let it come to you, I think that self-care allowed me to surrender. And it's going to, well, it's not even going to, I now see my intention starting to manifest this month in June. Also, for the 30 days intention journal, my main intention for the year is boldly. Each month, I set like almost like a micro intention. So an intention just for that month. And it all falls into like helping me be bolder or live more boldly. And so the micro intention for May was consistent, if I'm not mistaken. And the intention for this month is suddenly. Suddenly, it will happen for me. Yeah. And I will say that all of the suddenly that I was expecting in May, I'm now starting to see in June. I have seen some movement with my career. I've seen some movement with financial opportunities. I'm seeing some movement with relationships now that I think about it. It is with friends. Because I'm going to be honest, and I talked about this with my therapist a while ago, but even with my friends, I just really don't think I'm going to be dating right now. I don't think I'm going to date until like after I get over the hump and fully into the empty nesting, which is going to be this fall. Once I like transition, like help my daughter transition into college, and then transition into my next stage of moving wherever, moving on to this next phase in my career. But I will say I have been just reconnecting with a lot of old friends, people I hadn't heard from in a while, and I'm just was been looking in my journal like, what's going on there? What are we teaching me? Um, but I do feel I have been bolder than I have ever been before this year. And I don't know if it's getting older. I don't know if it's, I start the year, each year doing the confidence challenge. I don't know if like my confidence is flourishing, but under the category of boldness in career, I have been speaking up a lot more at work now. Whenever you put an intention out there, the universe rises up to be like, why did you choose that intention? I'm going to make you do quite the opposite. So I've been bolder, but I've also been challenged to like hold my tongue a lot this year, um, because work has been challenging. And so I also think like there's a lesson in that. Like I'm learning the balance, and but I'm also proud of myself for standing up for myself so much um at my job this year. And I do feel that is what is helping me. And that's what got me to my suddenly that I'm walking into in my career area. So that's the intention in boldly in career, boldly in money. I feel like that goes hand in hand, but I have been making some bold moves for how to take a break. Um, and you're going to hear it here first. By the end of this year, I think that the 30-day intention journal and the love journal, as they are now, are going to be sunsetted. I won't offer those versions of those journals on my site anymore. I'm looking at a new version, or if you're a Hallmark or a book publisher or whatever, I would definitely be interested in selling the journals to a business for them to use the content. So yeah, message me. Message me about that. And that's something I had this whole thing where this year too, where I've been thinking about stuff that we hold on to and how we hold on to certain things, although we're growing, right? So as I grow into PM Kester the brand, how to take a break the brand, what do we want to involve? What do I want to evolve into? And then, I'm also the author of Cycles. Check the description box. A YA dystopian novel, which is wonderful. Book one is out now. The 1 year anniversary, book anniversary of Cycles is actually on June 19th. On Juneteenth, I posted on Juneteenth of last year, which was crazy because I posted it right in the middle of packing up my town. But I'm celebrating 1 year and I've learned so many lessons. I have a video that is coming out on the 19th to talk about that. But all that being said, as I look at like boldness and money, I've been very bold in ways that I have marketed. I've taken some risk. I've taken some financial risk with marketing and things of that book. I've definitely learned some lessons. But again, as I'm growing, I'm learning what I want to dig into, which I am writing book two of Cycles now, and I hope to get that out by the end of the year. Um, but yes, I'm thinking of ways that I can be more bold with my brand and the marketing of my brand, um, and yield some good financial results. So to be continued on that. But I do see that the overlap with career and money. Sometimes it's separate. Sometimes it's like things are intertwined, but definitely the boldness there. Um, oh look, it's been 15 minutes. I told y'all it was gonna be me rambling and me talking about intentions. All this to say, what was your intention for 2026? Pause the video, write down what it was, write down where you are now. Also, what I'm writing about and journaling about now, my journal is literally sitting in front of me, is this year supposed to be the year of the fire horse. And so I'm journaling thinking about how my intention has aligned with it. Because one of the things about the year of the fire horse is supposed to be is a fast paced year is what it's supposed to be. And it's supposed to be a year of boldness, which is just like already just super alignment. And then I pulled something else up. This is on calm.com, like the Calm app. And they have how to work with the fire horse energy. So break bold goals into grounded steps. So breaking your goals down so that you can make better steps. Again, I think the intention journal is good for that. Scheduling rest with the same seriousness as work, because I really feel like May was a rest month, but I feel like I did all this great self-care stuff for myself, but kind of felt I left May feeling like the most creative that I've ever felt, and like even started working on some side projects with a friend that I never would have thought to do, or probably would have been a receptive to if I hadn't had that rest in May. So, and it was interesting. I didn't know about, how that would play into the year of the fire horse, but evidently that is pivotal. And I'm gonna read one more. For the year of the fire horse, they say strengthen boundaries around time and energy. Again, the rest. And I think it's because to me it seems like the fire horse is kind of like intertwined with like your suddenly moment. Like suddenly it's going to happen for you. So you kind of have to rest and prepare for when your suddenly comes. So that you can get with it. You know what I'm saying? When the people knock on your door with the opportunity, so you don't hesitate, you pop right into it. So that's what I'm going to be journaling about. I'm going to be journaling about the overlap between my intention and the year of the fire horse and seeing what comes to me. But think about it, pause the video, or we're at the end of the video now, so turn the video off. And I want you to think about and write about your intention for the year and where you are now. And how do you hope to end 2026 around your intention? I'm hoping to end the year just being my boldest, most respected person, and it's doing infinitely better, financially better. Oh my goodness, the bold moves that I am getting ready to make, the blessings that are getting ready to happen to me suddenly. Okay? Until next time, find a little time to take a break.